Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional opera singer and music producer, and I just did my first time reaction and analysis for All You Want to Do from 6. This is a live performance, and it has been 2.5 months since I've recorded for this show. I was away performing at the Aspen Music Festival as an opera singer, and I just got back about a week ago, so I'm diving back in to finish up this series, and wow, what a hell of a way to come back. Really, I mean, just a powerful story. Incredible vocals. There's a lot to comment on about live singing, performing in a live setting, and choreography and how that ties in. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. This is a big one, so sit back, relax, get comfy, and I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you after.
Okay, you know what? I think it's time we heard from our next queen, Kay Howard.
Who's that again? I think she was the least relevant Catherine.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, now I still don't care.
Roasted.
Jane. Dying of natural causes. When will justice be served?
This is so funny to see this live, because every other song I've done so far, I think all the first 6 songs were all animatics, but this one in particular, A, it was on the playlist that Morty's set up for me, or that he and Casper used, and B, tons of people have recommended this one as best seen live. So it's just totally different to actually see them up there performing, and I know that the show is supposed to be more like a pop concert, and they're all emulating certain pop stars. Anyway, just really cool to see it actually being done in the space.
So yeah, I can't even begin to think of how I compete with you all. Oh wait, like this. I think we can all agree I'm the 10 amongst these 3s. And ever since I was a child, I'd make the boys go wild. Take my first music teacher, Henry Mannix. I was young, it's true, but even then I knew the only thing you wanna do is
Ooh, okay. All right, now we're finally into the song here after a couple minutes of dialogue. It's really interesting. They have there'll be like a section of music, and now the clarity in the music is far lower than when watching the animatics, because this must be a bootleg recording, right? This is not an official studio recording of any kind. This is just recorded in the space, so it's pretty muddy and muffled. Very fun to see the live action, but as far as like analyzing the audio, this is going to be a very different experience for me. But anyway, we have sections of music interspersed with sections of her. There's intentional rhythm and kind of movement of melody, but there's not like specific notes. It's very spoken in these first few sections. It wasn't till that very last moment before I rewinded where she actually or whatever that actual melody was. But the other ones is much more speech-like, right? She's just telling the story at this point.
So yeah, I can't even begin to think of how I compete with you all. Oh wait, like this.
Got some music.
I think we can all agree I'm the 10 amongst these 3s.
I think we can all agree that I'm the 10 amongst these 3s. So there's very intentional rhythm there, but not melody, not specified melody.
I think we can all agree I'm the 10 amongst these 3s. And ever since I was a child, I'd make the boys go wild.
And ever since I was a child, I'd make the boys go wild. A triplet. Like this is really cool rhythmically here.
And ever since I was a child, I'd make the boys go wild. Take my first music teacher, Henry Mannix. I was young, it's true, but even then I knew the only thing you wanna do is
And then she finally sings this final line here.
First music teacher, Henry Mannix. I was young, it's true, but even then I knew the only thing you wanna do is broad, dark, sexy Mannix taught me all about dynamics. He was 23.
this like really subdued musical backing. It's just like it's really allowing so much space for our singer here to sing in like a quiet, intimate, kind of sexy place, and really start building the story and building the momentum in the song. It's a very long song. It's, we've got 7 minutes left, right? So you've got to start in a place where you can build. But just, the instrumentation is very, very stripped down right now. It's really just her quietly telling us the kind of origins of this story.
Be all about dynamics. He was 23 and I was 13, going on 30. We spent hours strumming the lute, striking the chords and blowing the flute. He come to my string, A to G, went from major to minor, C to D.
I like that little flute motif that comes in. Yeah, very subdued. I mean, we're getting just enough musicality in the instrumentation to hear chord changes, but that's pretty much it. We just have rhythm and just very basic chord changes. And aside from that, it's very just straight up like oral tradition storytelling.
Striking the chords and blowing the flute. He come to my
What a weird little motif. It's like not really related to the key we're in.
and hours strumming the lute, striking the chords and blowing the flute. He come to my strings all the way.
Just like, oh, where did that come from?
My strings all the way to G, went from major to minor,
C to D. Very catchy.
What you need, what you want, you don't need to plead, 'cause I feel the chemistry, like I get you and you get me and
Dang, okay. Now, so we've gone from this much lower place of much more intimate singing up into this up to tenor high B, just below tenor high C. So this is getting up towards high belt range for a trained female vocalist. We're not quite there yet. This still takes a lot of skill to be able to sing the way she's singing it, right? Very skilled singer, but she doesn't have to stretch super high yet. But high Bs, that still does take a lot of skill, especially to sing a line of them with words. I just wrote a line in a song I'm writing that has a line of high C's on text, and the demo vocalist I'm using, the wonderful Jennifer Glatzoffer, if you guys know who she is, just sings the shit out of it. Just like, no problem. High C's on text, very skilled singer. Anyway, all to say, we're getting up higher now. We were starting in that much more speak range, and now we're up in this middle to upper middle belt range here.
major to minor, C to D.
I love that slide. So that's a full octave. Yeah, B3 to B4. Really nicely connected. Right. I think she got all the way up to a high D5 above tenor high C. Really awesome. So cool to hear this live. I mean, that is especially hearing live singing, that is a whole new fun element to analyze. She's doing great mic work when she's got a more powerful sound coming out. She's pulling away from the mic. When it's more intimate, she's up closer. Of course, they're going to have compressors and other live editing going on to make it really polished, but clearly knows how to work the mic.
I feel the chemistry, like I get you and you get me, and maybe this is it. He just cares so much, it feels legit. We have a connection. I think this guy is different.
All you wanna do, baby. All right, so we're still getting up just tons of these high Bs here. We only went up to that high D once. That was during that pre-chorus. And yeah, she's just telling the hell out of this story. I mean, sometimes the music is so just, oh, let's see if the captions actually work. That'd be great. No. There's those high Ds again. And what's great about live singing is she's singing so well. She's singing so well in tune. But there are still like minor mistakes. Like if you're paying close attention, there are a few notes, especially some of the faster passing tones when she's a little out of tune. And this is just part of live performance. I don't care who you are. If you can be the best singer in the world, but it's never going to be studio perfect in a live performance. And that's kind of what's awesome about live performance is it's just inherently more authentic and more real. And anything can happen. I mean, especially like in something like musical theater, this is not like a pre-recorded, Super Bowl national anthem performance. This is like actually live. And so, I mean, can really hit the fan in a live performance. I mean, I've been singing opera professionally for years, and I've certainly been in some shows on the operatic stage in the 30 some odd operatic roles I've done, where it's truly live, and there are safeguards, but sometimes shit hits the fan and you just got to figure it out in person. So it's what's very charming. I mean, it's why people still go to the theater, right? A big part of why people go to the theater is like it makes it much more exciting because you actually don't know for sure what's going to happen. Anyway, she's killing it. Really wonderful. So if you listen to Fairest is like one small moment where she's a little out of tune, and the rest of it like really, really impressively in tune. Just that one word.
Then there was another guy, Francis, and at the time I was living at my step-grandma's house. He was working for her. Working so hard. So he asked me to be his little piece of assistant.
So this is interesting because I think the first time they had this background instrumentation, she was singing. She was singing about the first guy. And now it's back to it. Now she's back to full-on speech. She's just saying the words, telling the story around a campfire, right? It's not sung whatsoever.
Then there was another guy, Francis. And at the time I was living at my step-grandma's house. He was working for her. Working so hard. So he asked me to be his little...
And there aren't even any chord changes. It's... So we're not even getting chord changes like we did in the first, what you might call verse here.
Working so hard. So he asked me to be his little piece of assistant. Serious, stern and slow. Gets what he wants and he won't take no. Passion in all that he touches. The sexy secretary to the Dowager Duchess. Helped him in his office, had a duty to fulfill. He even let me use his favorite quill. Spilled ink all over the parchment. My wrist was so tired. Still I came back the next day as he required.
Yeah, this is the verses are really just storytelling. I mean, there's so little happening musically behind our lead singer here. Occasionally we get a background vocal come in. It's really, really sparing though. And then the choruses, of course, jump up a lot in intensity and kind of musical involvement. But these verses is just like telling the story. And like typically when I'm watching videos, I'm thinking a lot about the vocal technique and the instrumentation and the audio engineering. In this context, I'm really just listening to the story and getting every bit of it.
Passion in all that he touches. The sexy secretary.
She did though. So the first part of this section, it was just speech, right? We had the just one chord and the rhythm underneath speech. It moves into this section we're in now, where she does go back to actually singing a full-on melody. The chords come back. It's still subdued, but all the chords come back. And so within this kind of second section here, we do get two different approaches to the vocalism.
The Dowager Duchess helped him in his office, had a duty to fulfill. He even let me use his favorite quill. Spilled ink all over the parchment. My wrist was so tired, so I came back the next day as he required.
I like throwing in a little speech line in the middle of that. My wrist was so tired. Like that line is kind of removed from the clean melody that she's following for the rest of it. And again, helps with storytelling. And so does like vocal coloring, like favorite quill. She says that part a little differently to add a little flair to it.
Even let me use his favorite quill.
Favorite quill.
The parchment, my wrist was so tired, so I came back the next day as he required. You say I'm all you need, all you want, you don't need to plead, 'cause I feel the chemistry. I get you and you get me, and
So the first time she does this slide up to the high B, it's pretty solid power belting, driving it. And then when she goes up again on the word feel, she actually goes into a much lighter vocal mechanism to color the word feel in a more intimate way. That's a really, really nice touch. Hi, everyone. I hope you're enjoying my series on Six the Musical. If you'd like early access, I'm releasing all these videos a week ahead on Patreon before the public gets them. So come check out my Patreon. Join us a week ahead of time for all the future videos on Six. And the next one is already there. Hope to see you over there. Peace.
is he required? You say I'm all you need,
Power belting.
all you want, you don't need
Now listen to this.
to plead, 'cause I feel the chemistry.
I feel. She really goes much lighter on the word feel when she's saying feel the chemistry.
Don't need to plead, 'cause I feel the chemistry. I get you and you get me, and I know this is it. He just cares so much, this one's legit.
She gets up to that. It's interesting. She gets up to the highest vocal point in the song in the pre-chorus when it's very, very intimate and soft, and it's basically just like a soft piano in the background. She gets all the way up to that really, really high D there. Usually you would expect that note, the highest note of the song, to be in a chorus, but here we get it in this soft pre-chorus.
You get me, and I know this is it. He just cares so much, this one's
Sung
legit.
easily.
We have a real connection. I'm sure this time is different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is
That's kind of crazy to go into the chorus and go, oh, all you wanna do, all you wanna do, all you wanna do, right? She goes up to this high leading tone, that wants to go there, but then she goes all the way back down to the lower octave too. This is something where like a singer will be very glad to have amplification, because those octave jumps, the higher octave is just like naturally going to be much louder than the lower octave. So you got to learn how to kind of eat the mic on the lower octave and then pull it away a bit on the top octave so those volumes are similar. That's pretty tough vocal writing here from our writers.
legit. We have a real connection. I'm sure this time is different. 'Cause all you wanna do.
Guys, all you want, like that's a big jump down to get to that all you wanna.
Legit, we have a real connection. I'm sure this time is different. 'Cause all you wanna do, baby, is touch me, love me, can't get enough. See, all you wanna do.
With all this choreo too, I mean, there's so much dancing happening. It's not like insane body contortion stuff, but to sing while doing any kind of choreo is very difficult. Having had to do plenty in like the more comedic operas I've been in, where there's a ton of big kind of like slapsticky stuff because everyone in the back of the hall's got to see you doing it. Very tough to have vocal control. And actually, impossible to have perfect vocal control, because if your body's moving, it's going to mess up what's in here. There's actually no way around it. The best thing you can do is try to maintain this position, right? So whatever you're doing, if you can keep this kind of anchored, you don't want to be twisting your neck up and down. Like you can hear if I just move my neck around, that inherently changes the sound of my voice because it obstructs the vocal tract. So if you can keep that in order, hey, someone's going to clip that and it's going to go viral. Hey. It doesn't mess up the singing because this stays intact. Then you mostly just have to worry about like vocal support and like jostling. If you jostle too much, you might get like a hiccup in the sound. Anyway, I'll avoid going down the rabbit hole there. Now you can see she's mostly maintaining a good position there. There's a little bit of head movement, which you can get away with a little bit of it. If you go past a certain point, though, it really starts to obstruct the sound. Big high D. Love it. That's right. She goes up to high Ds in the chorus as well. I had it in my head that she only did that in the pre-chorus, but we do get some really nice, lovely, pristine, great vocal fold closure, powerful high belting here in the chorus as well.
Yeah, that didn't work out.
Okay.
Some guys just...
So we're back to the same single chord, rhythm, and speech, right?
Yeah, that didn't work out. It turns out some guys just employ women to get them into their private chambers. It was a different time back then. So I decided to have a break from boys, just focus on my career. Then my dad got me this amazing workplace mid-court, and you'll never guess who I met. Tall, large, Henry VIII.
Oh, God, here we go. So, yeah, so same structure as the kind of second section of this song, where it's a full section of one chord plus rhythm plus just speech-like storytelling, and then another section of, okay, chords come back, and then we start actually singing again, following a melody.
Dad got me this amazing workplace mid-court, and you'll never guess who I met. Tall, large, Henry VIII, supreme head of the Church of England.
Actually, this first line is totally still sung, and then she starts singing.
Henry VIII, supreme head of the Church of England. Globally revered, although you wouldn't know it from the look of that beard. Made me a lady in waiting, hurled me.
So here, watch this singer on the, or this one of our singers who's just dancing right now. On the front left here, I'm pointing with my finger. You guys can't see that. Right here, she's doing a lot of neck twisting because she can do that with the choreography. Whereas our lead singer here, she's keeping her head pretty anchored as she's doing the steps, but not doing the same head twists. Right here. You see that? You see, actually, it's all of them. I just noticed the front left, but it's all of them doing this big head twisting motion, and she's just anchored right here with the microphone because she knows if she does all of that, it's going to mess up her singing. Well done.
In waiting, hurled me and my family up in the world, gave me duties in court, and he swears it's true that without me he doesn't know what he'd do.
You little Henry VIII. God damn.
And he swears it's true that without me he doesn't know what he'd do. You say
Ooh, she tracks that U all the way up. You say
what he'd do.
Yeah, she really gets, she doesn't open up to the she doesn't open up to say, and she really sings the ooh on that high B skill. That's actually really hard not to vowel modify. If you get up into your belt range, your body's going to want to go to a more open mouth position, and she maintains a really pure ooh vowel all the way up to that high B before the word say, and then obviously opening it up. Skill, y'all.
He doesn't know what he
C sharp. When do we have we heard a C sharp before? Oh, she might have been a little under.
This is the place for me. I'm finally where I'm meant to be. Then he starts saying all this stuff.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm thinking there's like a few different distinct sections of the song, and I was trying to remember which one that was. That was end of verse, maybe part of a pre-chorus, and we're about to hit the actual pre-chorus.
This is the place for me. I'm finally where I'm meant to be. Then he starts saying all this stuff.
Oh, nice touch. Shaking out like, don't fucking touch me.
Then he starts saying all this stuff.
Nice.
He cares so much, he calls me love. He says we have a connection. I guess it's not so different.
I like how this pre-chorus the words slightly change based on the situation she's in, but it always ends on different. This time must be different for the first couple times, and this one is what does she say here?
I guess it's not so different.
I guess it's not so different, right? So she's the pre-chorus is changing based on experience.
He says we have a connection. I guess it's not so different. 'Cause all you wanna do, babe, is touch me, love me, can't get enough. See,
That was a great example of her doing the full body while keeping this anchored. Really nice. Wait. There. So yeah, the other choreographers, they can make up for the action she physically cannot give without messing up her vocal line. And so she can kind of go through the motions with the choreography and just focus on the singing. You've got to have that, especially in, I mean, some musical theater far more than opera, and I don't perform musical theater. I mean, all those folks, and I mean, I know a number of people on Broadway, and they're all incredible singers and dancers and actors, just like wicked talented. Whereas for opera, it's so focused on the voice. The voice has to be perfect because we don't have microphones and we sing against an orchestra in big spaces without microphones. So that's the primary focus. We do actually do a lot of acting training, but opera singers are not as good of actors as musical theater singers. No offense to me and my colleagues. And then dancing, we do typically take movement classes, and we learn a lot of formal dances that are seen in operas, but we're not doing crazy choreography like they do in musical theater. So there's actually there are major differences between those two art forms. I should make a video about all the differences because people often group them together. They're extremely different in a number of different ways. It's both performative art where you're singing and acting, but if you get into any of the details, it's radically different. How did I get there? Something like choreography. Anyway. Yeah.
So we got married.
Holy shit, a fourth section. We get it. Wow, run it back.
So we got married. With Henry, it isn't easy. His temper's short and his friends are sleazy. Except for this one courtier. He's a really nice guy, just so sincere.
So that was like a little, there was more actual singing in this section than we've heard in the previous iterations of this section here. Like leaning towards singing, even though, is this still the one chord thing though?
One courtier, he's a really nice.
No, okay, so they went straight to the chorded section. They skipped the just speaking one chord section we'd heard before.
Guy, just so sincere. The royal life isn't what I planned, but Thomas is there to lend a helping hand. So sweet, make sure that
Ooh, letting the vibrato out to play on that. Ah, yeah.
Things away. This guy finally is what I want. The friends I need. Just friends, no chemistry. I get him and he gets me. And there's
You know, there's actually a lot less mic movement happening from her. I think what they probably have is just a compressor, a live compressor on the mic. So if she sings quietly, it's going to make it louder. And if she's singing loudly, it's going to squash the sound. A compressor literally just brings down the dynamic range so that your soft and loud singing is closer together dynamically. It looks like that's more likely what's going on here. She's pretty close on the mic the whole time from what I've seen.
chemistry. I get him and he gets me. And there's nothing more to it. He just cares so much. He's devoted. He says we have a connection.
Oh boy. Are there more hands on her each time they've done this choreography? I feel like when it first started, it was at least just the hands on the shoulders here. I know this was here for the Henry VIII one. I don't know. I'm not going to go back.
So much. He's devoted. He says we have a connection.
Oh.
I thought this time was different. Why did I think he'd be different? But it's never, ever different.
Nah, okay, yeah, so pretty radically different pre-chorus here to rev up the intensity for the final chorus. That's awesome. They've extended it. She's going up higher in her range. The choreography's different. Awesome.
But it's never, ever
A proper yell on ever.
he'd be different. But it's never,
Ever! Whoa. All the way up to F sharp 5 above tenor high C. As far as I can tell, full chest connection. Absolutely letting it rip. That's an extremely high belt. That's like defying gravity high belt right there. God, and there's a riff in there too. It's hard to hear in this outside this. I'd be interested to hear the studio version to hear that more clearly, but she's not just belting it, she's doing movement up there as well. Insane. Yeah, absolute f***ing breaking point here. And this is, listen to how visceral and yelled and really not sung, at least not sung beautifully, right? This is like visceral, lash out, like survival mode response, which obviously makes sense given the story. She's f***ing sick of it. Wow, I'm got a sailor's mouth today, Mason. You gotta cut all this out, cut all this shit out. Excuse me to my holy folks that don't love it when I curse. I do occasionally throw a dirty word on here. Anyway, very, very intense. She's not doing all I wanna do. She's like really going more into the yelling speech, like not specific melody. Right? Be enough! Proper scream. Awesome. This is crazy. She's doing choreo while she's belting and ripping face up in that top part of her range.
Don't care if you don't blame me. My back, pull my hair as
Damn, that was absolutely epic. Woo! And brutal. Brutal. It's like, veiled in comedy for most of it. And then that final verse is like, this is so real and awful. Wow. Okay, guys, that was my first time reaction analysis for All You Want to Do from 6 live performance. I've gotten a lot of recommendations to do this and a studio version, so maybe we'll do that, or maybe I'll do that for Patreon. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Hope you gained appreciation for live singing. That's probably the biggest takeaway here, because I really didn't comment much on the instrumentation or obviously the mixing or anything. There's not a whole lot of point to talk about that in this audio setting. But live singing, a lot to take away from that, and some differences between opera and musical theater. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider joining my Patreon. And of course, the next week's episode is already available there as well. So I'll see you over there, and see you next time. Peace.